Howdy everyone, Pete Daddy here, and today we're going to have a detailed review of Prime ICON Michael Essien. This beautiful man can join your club for the low cost of 23 Icon Swap tokens. So I know a lot of you out there are still trying to figure out, is he worth it? Should you go with Essien? Should you go with Vieira? Should you get Del Piero or Ronaldinho? Should you get multiple icons? Well, I decided to take Essien, so I wanted to let you guys know how he plays for me, what he does well, what he doesn't do so well. I guess first off, just to let you know, I've played about 50 games with him so far. Just to give you a little bit of background, what I've primarily played him in is either a 4-4-2 or a 4-2-2. I played most of my weekend league in a 4-4-2, but here in the last couple days and rivals, I think I'm liking the 4-2-2 a little bit better. Maybe fits my playstyle a little bit more. And I think I do like Essien a little bit more in the deeper role, although he did do well as a CM. So I was playing him in 4-4-2, had him on stay back while attacking and cover center, so he was as a CM here. And then in a 4-2-2, I have him, as a CDM, stay back while attacking and cover center. So both on stay back while attacking and cover center, but this in the 4-2-2 is a little bit deeper than in the 4-4-2, and I think I do like him a little bit deeper. So as far as Kim style goes, I went with Anchor just because he is my main defensive mid. So I wanted to really boost those stats up for his defending, get his pace a little bit more. His pace is really nice. I think it plays really quick. But I certainly understand people that would put engine on him just to boost his agility up a little bit. For me personally, I found that he seemed agile enough for me. He was quick enough moving around, and I'll kind of demonstrate that when we get to the clips here in just a minute. I guess first, let me just talk about what he does well. The things he does well, he's very well rounded. So he does a little bit of everything. He's quick. He does defending. He can pass fine. He'll bury a goal for you when you need him to. He can do just a little bit of everything. So he offers some offensive support. So, when you need to pass the ball back to him, he'll control the ball. He handles the ball. That's probably my biggest problem with someone like Sissoko now. He worked amazing for me early in the game, but now as we've progressed using just the regular not informed Sissoko, when he gets the ball, he feels a little clunky with him at his feet and maybe has a little bit of trouble distributing the ball. Essien does not do that. He gets the ball, he controls it, he feeds it where it needs to go, does really well with that. So he does give you some nice offensive support. And just he's very versatile. I mean, I could see playing him anywhere. I've even read some reviews, people talking about switching him with, say, like Trent Alexander-Arnold, like buy Trent Alexander-Arnold's team of the year, move Essien to right back and put Trent Alexander-Arnold in the midfield, and then you have a team of the year level defender in the midfield. And I could certainly see Essien playing right back. I could see him playing center back. I could see him playing, CM. Maybe couldn't see him playing Cam unless you really boosted his shooting a little bit. But just very versatile. Does everything well. But I guess that gets into the negative. There's nothing he does that just absolutely wows you. So yes, he defends, yes, he passes, but there's nothing that just makes you go, "Oh my God, Essien just did that. That's unbelievable." And for any of you guys who played with Prime Vieira or Prime Root Holland at any point in the last couple of FIFAs, this year we may not have that opportunity with icon swaps. But when you play with Prime Vieira, he just does a couple things each match that makes you go, "Wow, that was just unbelievable." Like, how did he stretch his leg out 25 feet to get to that ball? So he doesn't do those types of things that just wow you. He just does everything well. So he does everything well, nothing absolutely amazing. And the other thing, if we look at his stats here, what the thing I was probably the most disappointed by, and one of the reasons I wanted to do the anchor, if you see his strength there, it's 89 strength, and with the +5, it would become 94 strength. His strength does not feel like that in game at all to me. It seems like when he's kind of jockeying with people, he's not like winning the battle like a Vieira would. Now, again, let me just back up. I'm not saying take the baby Vieira, the base Vieira. I have not played with base Vieira this year, so I can't say for sure. But for me, just looking at his stats and the way I've played with Vieira in the past, I don't know that I would still take base Vieira. So I'm not trying to promote taking base Vieira over Essien. I'm comparing playing with Prime Vieira in previous years versus this Prime Essien. So anyway, just as far as his strength goes, he just does not feel like that strong in game. He feels almost more like Conte. And I think Conte's strength is in the 70s, I want to say, something like that. So, Conte's is kind of, that little agitator, just whipping around, getting everywhere, not necessarily shoving someone off the ball, but I felt like with his strength at this 94 with the anchor that he was just going to be shoving people off the ball, and it just did not feel that strong in games. So that's probably my biggest disappointment with Essien. And so, let me just check my notes real quick. So yeah, so that's my biggest upset point, I would say, with him, is just that it doesn't feel that strong in game. I do like his aggression. It seemed like that would work really well. His overall defending is really nice. I do think he's a super epic defender, just does not feel that strength in game. So let's go ahead and get into some of the clips. Let me get this loaded up for you. And this first clip here is just going to be, this is all taken from one game. I kind of had that thought, maybe I should post just a lot of defending clips. But what I wanted to show you guys, I just picked one random game to record, and I said I was just going to find what Essien did in this game, because I don't want to just cherry pick, his best defensive moment out of multiple games. I just want to show you here, he is solid defensively in every single game. So the first couple ones will just be showing you how well he moves, even with his agility a little lower, not as high as like a Conte or someone like that. He still moves around really well, and why I think you do not need that engine on him if you're going to use him defensively. I think anchor works really well. So let me get this playing here. So I've got Essien highlighted right there, and you'll just kind of see the way that I'm able to move around with him and get into the passing lanes, get the triangles, get him moving, and you see like he was just able to work right in there, get the ball with his pace. He is faster, his base pace is faster than a Conte and faster than an Allen, so he does have some nice acceleration pace. So that worked out really well. Let me just back it up here again. So you can see the pass comes over. So he thinks he has a lane, but Essien just explodes through the ball there to win it back. And so here's another one. I'm controlling him. And you can see here my opponent has tons of space to work with. And all I have is I'm controlling Essien. And I'm going to have to work in between these triangles here to try to work the ball back. So Essien is just manning this entire space by himself, wins the ball back, just whipping back and forth. Just mans that whole triangle that my opponent had created in that entire realm of space. So, Essien's pace is amazing. He does really well doing all of that. And again, this is all from the same game. I just kind of wanted, again, I just picked one random game. Here we are in the second half. I've got Essien highlighted again. And you can just watch me move around with him, watch the passing lanes, and then he's just able to basically just explode through the ball so well that he just wins it back, just able to stay in really nice position and win the ball back for you with his pace, with his defending. And also, again, I feel like I was a little worried about his agility, so I almost went engine with him, but I think he is agile enough combined with his nice pace to be able to, where you don't have to boost his agility. So this clip here I wanted to show you, this is when the AI is controlling him. And I think that's something that's very important too. We can't, I know people get upset about AI defending OP, but the AI does need to do some defending for you. You can't just have 11 guys, one guy controlled, and then everyone else is just standing there with their hands at their side. So, I wanted to show you how the AI does control them. So we're going to have someone come into the box here, and you can watch how Essien marks them. So right there, I just controlled them. So you could just see the AI moved them into the space to where I was able to control them, and then able to kind of body off a little bit there to force like a not great pass across. And here at the end of this one game, again, just one random game, he had an 8.5 rating in the match. And this is with 0 goals. Should see in just a second, 0 goals, 0 assists. So he had an 8.5 rating, 0 goals, 0 assists. Passed the ball well, and he won 5 out of 6 tackles. So he's really strong defensively. He does all of that well. There's nothing wrong with his defending. All I was trying to say, that he just doesn't do a lot of the things that just completely wow you. He's solid, just not, oh my God, Essien. So, and then you can kind of see, compared to like an Awar there is also playing at the back, he won 2 out of 6 tackles. Our Osimhen won 0 out of 2 tackles. So Essien was winning his tackles and getting the ball back. So again, Essien plays really strong defensively. This was all for one match. So now what I wanted to do was show you guys how he does offer some offensive support. And Essien, let me just bring that up real quick. Let me bring up my weekend league stats. For his weekend league, I played 25 games, and he finished with 3 goals and 5 assists as my defensive mid, which is actually just compared for play style. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but my previous weekend league, I had Sissoko, who played a similar amount of games, and Sissoko had 0 goals and 6 assists. So Essien offered more goals not as many assists, but similar amount of assists. So just to compare it for that play style. The week before, I had Allen, who's actually been pretty good for me. I really love Allen. Had 0 goals and 1 assist. That was in less matches. Only played the goal 3 that weekend league. So he did offer more from that role than I have been getting previously. So that's just to kind of put it to you in perspective. So he did offer a little bit more attacking support. So let me just show you here some of his offensive stuff. I'm not sure what I have up first. Okay, so here is another goal. And if you guys watch my first impressions when we first unlocked him, Essien scored a goal in that match. It was a very similar goal to this. He's really good at just blasting that ball short side. He has nice shot power, which this is probably something that sets him apart a little bit from Conte. I've seen a lot of people talk about, why would you get Essien when Conte does the job just as well? I would say Essien is like Conte plus. He's very similar, but he does everything maybe just a hint better than Conte. He's slightly better defending, he's slightly better shooting, slightly better passing. So he does everything. I mean, Conte is very similar, and if Conte fits into your team, I would say you can stick with Conte. You don't have to get Essien, but Essien is just a tick above Conte, so kind of like Conte plus. At least not team of the year Contes. Let me just put that there, but regular, even informed Contes, I would take Essien. So, blast the ball near post. Here he is working the ball around. He passed it in, got it ball back. Really nice pass right there for the finish. So he was just able to get involved in the play. Pass in, pass to Essien, pass to the goal scorer, and nice goal. So Essien working really nice, assisting the ball, giving a nice pass for us. Here he gets the ball kind of deep. You can see how far back he is. But then he drives in a really nice pass that leads right to a goal. So Essien, even though getting the ball deep, able to make a really nice pass, set up Ben Yedder perfectly, and then Ben Yedder just does what Ben Yedder does and blasts that one into the top corner. So here we go again. Essien working the ball, working around, just nice pass in. You can see this is what I was talking about earlier. He's nice on the ball. When you get him the ball, he controls it. He works around. He can dribble a little bit. So he gets the ball out here. He works in a nice space. The ball doesn't leave him. Then he dinks in a nice pass to Luka Jovic, and Jovic is able to bury that one here. I think the next one I have is, what I'm calling a hockey assist. Again, you just see how he's supporting the attack from, just outside the box area a little bit. So you're just able, he steps in, and I think that's part of it. One thing I would take over Essien over Conte for the way I would play him, I do like his high work rates, especially when you combine that with stay back while attacking, because he's going to push forward just a little bit, but maybe not all the way. So he's going to be able to give you a little bit of support, but he's going to tail back when he needs to support. So you see, kind of push forward a little bit, offers that support, then he's able to send it down a nice pass, and that wasn't his assist, but, kind of like the hockey second assist, basically, that led to that goal. So that's kind of the highlights I have there. Again, I didn't want to necessarily have to show defense after defense after defense. I just picked that one game to show his defending. That all worked really well. Let me get this off of here. So again, Essien, I would recommend him. I'm not saying I'm going to wouldn't recommend him. He's not quite as epic as I thought he would be. He's not completely wowing me. He does everything well, but nothing exceptionally well. He does, again, I've said this time and time again, he's quick, he can score, he can pass, he can dribble, he can defend. So he does everything well, but nothing at that just top-notch level. And he will probably stay in my team, I would say, until team of the season. I'm not sure that he would be able to hold up to any of the team of the season defenders or CDMs, especially once we get into where I may have said team of the year, I meant team of the season if I didn't say team of the season. But he's not going to compare to some, especially when some of these team of the season players are like 50, 60K that are going to be 95, 96 rated and have stats every single place. So he's probably not going to hold up to that, but I can't really say that any other icon out there would really hold up. Maybe, I don't know. You can maybe play Van der Sar through team of the season. Some of them maybe would last, but once we get to team of the season, a lot of these guys are not going to be in our teams anyway. So that's part of what's frustrating about icon swaps. We're not getting any of those just epic icons. I would put Essien just in that tier below, kind of beneath those Hullets and Vieiras and Eusebios and R9s. He's not at that level, but he's not a Gattuso and he's not a Nakata. He's, you know, in that second tier of icons. So I would recommend him, but definitely make sure he fits into your team. If you've got Conte perfectly linked, Conte will do a job for you. If you've got Allen perfectly linked, Allen will do a job for you. So, you know, there's options that will work for you. But if you need an icon to link, if you need someone that's going to do everything well, then Essien will do the job for you. So anyways, guys, I hope this video helped you make your decision, helped you get better and focus on what Essien will bring to your team. If you liked the video, please give me a big thumbs up. Please make sure to subscribe. We have new content almost every single day. But anyways, follow me on Twitter, follow me everywhere. But I'll see you guys soon. Bye.